Hello, my friends. Welcome. Thank you for being here with me now and all the other beautiful souls watching this video as we unite our consciousness across time and space. And this being one of our superpowers when we're working with technology, to be able to unite across the earth and the galaxy and the universe and beyond. Who knows who might be watching this from where and from when. I'm here again in beautiful Sedona. I feel so grateful to call this home. And I've been coming for 4 years and participating in just beautiful open mic improvisational jam sessions that really changed my relationship with music and changed my life in beautiful, powerful ways, and the healing that's come through from making music together with other people. And last night we just had a wonderful, wonderful jam session, you could say, just making beautiful music together that uplifts our souls and really energetically uplifts the whole community around us when we take time to do that sort of thing, and when we value making beautiful music with others in our community. It really provides such a heart-based, warm, cozy connection to build upon over time and bring others into. So just feeling really, really grateful to have music in my life and to meet people through making music together. And so I'm starting helping at an apothecary, Apotheca, that I did a video from the other day. And that feels wonderful to be able to facilitate people's journeys with plant medicine to find the right herbs and tinctures, and there's just so many crystals and beautiful, beautiful items in this little shop in Sedona. So feel free to come by and say hi. If you're in town, I'll be there actually the next 3 days. So it's just a really, really wonderful space, and it's a place people come to find community, actually. Synergy Apotheca is this little nook in Sedona, and there's a number of places like that in Sedona. The Chocolate Tree is one of them. It's that's a very magical restaurant. I'd like to do a video to show you all portal into this like little piece of heaven in Sedona where they have very, very little waste. I think they're zero waste, or they're close to zero waste. They grow some of the ingredients themselves. It's very, very high vibrational food cooked with lots of intention. So that's a really special spot. So there's these certain little hubs where people can come to meet other like-minded individuals who really want to heal and help the planet heal and help humanity heal in beautiful, fun ways. So timelines. I really wanted to make this video. It's so great when an idea comes in and I get excited to share it with you all. It's just like, it just gets exciting. I'm like, okay, I gotta tell this to the audience and my fellow journeyers, my fellow travelers of consciousness. And so, timelines. I feel like recently we have been merging timelines big time. And this is a good thing, because we're basically weaving a tapestry as we write our own individual stories, and we live our lives writing these stories every day, and we write the big stories and the little stories, and we have experiences with those around us. We're weaving weaving individual pieces of a larger tapestry of the human collective writing a story together. So I've talked to you all about many times about many worlds interpretation, how we are, as consciousness, essentially flying through these fixed spheres of fixed gravity waves, but we fly through so quickly that it appears to us as if time and space are moving. if we could slow reality down enough, we'd see the individual frames of matter, where everything is actually fixed. But again, this is sort of the most amazing, virtual reality experience, because our consciousness is creating the virtual reality of a human experience for us to have fun and play. So, timelines. So I wanted to talk about the programming world, the software world, because the digital world is created by humans as a mirror to our physical reality. And so we can learn a lot by understanding how the digital world works and functions. And I happen to have learned quite a bit about technology and software from a high-level overview. And also I do know how to code myself HTML and CSS. I could code a basic website and get it uploaded, live and with images and basic things. I don't even really do JavaScript, mainly just HTML and CSS. But so I am very handy with those sorts of things. And while I haven't used it extensively, there is a commonly known software called Github that developers will often use, especially when teams are remote and they're wanting to work on the same project simultaneously. So there'll be a larger project with a repository on GitHub, and then one developer will work on one aspect of code, another developer working on another aspect of code. But if their code is related to the same segment in the larger framework of code, what they'll do is they will complete their segments and they will push the code to the repository, and that will update the changes they made to the larger project. Now, what the magic of the software is, what it will do is it will run the programmer's code together to make sure that everything still functions as it's meant to. And if there is something that all of a sudden is not functioning, the software will tell the programmers, hey, your code is conflicting, and you all need to come together and work out some kind of, there's a word for it, basically to merge the code to the larger project. They need to work out any inconsistencies in the code that they wrote. So they come together, verbally talk it through, find out how to write their code in a way that they can support one another, and that their code supports the larger project and it can be uploaded. And now I just find this example to be quite similar to where we're at now, because as we're writing stories of our lives, and then we want to help write stories together with other people around us, if there's anything in the stories we're writing that is a conflict, it's going to come up as something that we need to come together and look at together. And it requires our attention to say, hey, what is the best way for all of us to move forward? What is the best solution for everyone? And we pause and we look at that, and it's sort of like merging our own individual timelines with the timelines of those around us, and wanting to build a really strong, rich tapestry of human experience that we're cultivating. When there's things like that come up, I look at it as like timeline merging. Like, I really like this person. I want them to be a part of my timeline and be able to write stories together. But then there might be this behavior that like frustrates me or bothers me, and I might do something that is frustrating to them too. And coming together and really talking and wanting to learn how we can be better humans, better friends for one another. And then it's like wanting to always be the best version of ourselves, and knowing that the people around us are allies, because all is self, all is really ultimately one self. So everyone in our life is a reflection of what's going on internally. It's like you can almost picture, it's like hologram characters that just pop up, and I'm like, oh gosh, it'd be nice to have more women in my life that are like, feel like my aunts, and all of a sudden there's like women popping up that I'm like, oh, I love this woman, she's amazing, she's wise and has wisdom that she can share with me, and it reminds me of when I'm with my aunts, what it feels like, and all of a sudden, and whether, sometimes I feel like it's a premonition of what's something about ready to come in our life, and we're like, oh, that'd be really nice if this happened. And it's sort of like our consciousness preparing us for something to come in that's good, preparing us to really appreciate whatever that is by like having that sort of craving for that concept or experience like right before it comes in. And being in Sedona, there's lots of synchronicities like that. It's very magical for those types of spontaneous alignments. And I was telling someone last night, it's like, if there is anything that needs to be worked out or resolved with another person, if you're in Sedona, you're gonna see that person right away. You know, such heart chakra energy here, really, really, really. I hope you all can come. I know some of you all watching have already been here, or some of you all actually live here and I know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those of you who've yet to come, I hope you can visit someday. It really is like another planet being out here at times with the red rocks, and hope you're enjoying these gorgeous, gorgeous views. And so yeah, timeline merging. So let's just see us all writing beautiful, abundant timelines for ourselves. And affirmations, I want to just let you all know, because I've shared affirmations before, some of my favorite ones. Well, the two that are my current favorites that my dear friend Alasa shared with me, and hope to do a video with her in Florida. I'm going to be visiting there at the end of the month to pick up my Forerunner to drive it out west. So I hope to do a video with her in person and some other amazing people there. But her affirmations that she shared with me that I really love, two of them, are: everything works out for me all the time. So now say that 3 times and, you know, tell me you don't notice the differences. I feel like it's pivotal. Pivotal, pivotal. Everything works out for me all the time. And so that's the first. The second is, I love my life. My life is amazing because everything works out for me all the time, right? So when we say these things enough to ourselves, we feel that frequency, and then all of a sudden you're like, actually that really is true. And then we step into that with that knowingness that everything works out for me all the time, and that I love my life because my life is amazing. And just the power of speaking these things to ourselves, to others around us, seeing how amazing our life is already, appreciating all the amazing things in our life so that we can cultivate more of those amazing things and continue to cultivate good friendships, good music, time spent with community members that's meaningful. So yeah, merging timelines right now and flying through these spheres of the many worlds, of these fixed gravity waves. And we shift and we say, I want to go there. I want to, you know, I've told you all many times, I see myself spending time in the mountains, alpine environment with snow, an icy lake, and a cabin with a wood stove. And so I know it's in my future, and it's just one of many experiences I want to cultivate. But, you know, having something like that I care about and I look forward to enjoying, it steers me towards the people and the places that are going to help facilitate those types of experiences to happen. And being part of buildings, like building beautiful buildings that are sustainably built. It's another thing I really see in my future, is to be a part of that, to be around that, to help design those types of dwellings, to help guide with my awareness of the physics that, you know, how to create a space that enhances life force. So merging timelines, there's this expansion and collapse of timelines at all times. You see them like, if we embody a trait, say we work to enhance a certain trait in ourselves, and we succeed, you know, saying like, I really want to embody this frequency of truth at all times and just be completely in the frequency of truth, only ever speak truth, to only ever allow truth into my field. And then we put that intention, we charge it like a battery, we we stick to that, and then we sort of cultivate this attribute, well, that's going to open up a whole, like, more potential and possibilities in certain areas that were not previously available to us. And by opening those up, there's a simultaneous collapsing of other timelines that are just no longer relevant to our life. It's like certain activities that we just no longer feel called to do. So those people and places and opportunities will close off because it's no longer a resonant frequency match for where our consciousness is guiding us in terms of the experiences we're looking to have. So merging timelines, opening new potential timelines, I sort of see it as this, if you put your finger, if you're paddling a canoe or someone's paddling a canoe and you're sitting in the canoe and you just put your hand on the lake, say it's a calm lake, and you see your finger, you see the ripples that are going to spread out, right? And then I guess suppose if you were in moving water like a river, well, there's the water flowing, and then you're going to put your hand in and you're going to see the pattern shift where you put your hand in, but it's sort of this still point, this where you put your hand in the water is where the patterns are shifting, based on your own consciousness interacting with the water. So the concept of water as we're flowing through these timelines, it's very relevant, because we do sort of flow more like a wave, but we're creating this physical experience. But it really is sort of consciousness flying like a sine curve, flying like a wave through these infinite fixed spheres to create that illusion of movement through time and space. So anyway, new timelines opening up, other timelines, kind of coming together and consolidating. People say that there's all these like infinite parallel universes, and that resonates as true for me as one way of looking at this all. And so if there's two universes that are very, very similar, and then a certain event happens, and that sort of allows these two separate timelines of entire universes to come together, because they were already very similar, but maybe in one timeline thing happened, in another timeline another thing happened, but maybe something shifted and now the same thing happened. These Mandela effects, actually, I look forward to doing an episode on Mandela effects, because there's a whole list of them, of things that don't quite make sense based on memories that people have from childhood, and many people will have the memories of. One example of that is the book The Berenstain Bears, and like the spelling of that and the pronunciation, and like it might seem silly, it's like a children's book, but it really, there are like two, they say that it's Berenstain Bears, spelled S-T-A-I-N, and most of us remember growing up S-T-E-I-N. So there's just all these like weird little Mandela effects that pop up. So I'll look forward to doing a video on that for you all, because some of them are just very mind-bending. And then you really do see the holographic nature of this reality when we start looking at things like that. So but I do feel like some timelines are merging right now in beautiful ways, of like parallel universes that are just coming together, and we want timelines to be solid. That's a good thing. We want to be writing a collective story as humanity, that we heal our planet, that everyone gets all the nourishment that they need, food, clean drinking water, healthy space to live and work in, purpose and meaning in their lives. We really want everyone on the planet to access all of the best things, and everyone really deserves to live a good life here on Earth. So when we cohesively write that story together and take individual actions which support that larger story of the larger tapestry, we can all really step into that reality. So I hope you all can share that vision for me of just a beautiful healed planet with all of humanity receiving all the healing they need. And some people are wanting to transition and pass out of this world. So for those people that are ready to leave, we hope they have a smooth transition, and that they're reunited with their loved ones on the other side, and that new souls coming in have all the support and nourishment that they need to live a healthy, fulfilled, life as a human, and that all the plants and animals on the earth have all they need to live healthy, beautiful lives. So just good to want good things for ourselves and everyone around us. It just feels really nice. I think you might agree. All right, I love you all so much. Thank you once again for showing up and joining the journey. Grateful to be able to portal you all into these beautiful places. We've had some air traffic overhead, but that keeps it fun. And planes and helicopters, and when I spend the night out, camp out by Spring Creek area, there's hot air balloons every time driving in. So I'll try to catch some of that on video for you all to share with you, because it's quite magical. Okay, sending lots of love and hugs, and I will talk to you all sooner than later. Bye.